Taff is one of the 10 survivors you can choose and play in Forsaken. He is a trapper, the role of trapping the killer.
I don't fucking know, he doesn't seem to trap them, just slowing them down.
Mostly being annoying as fuck to the killer, setting up traps and setting up more traps. Yeah, that's all he really does. Alright, you have seen the title and the thumbnail. Let me just go over the reasons of why Taff sucks ass, or just the worst survivor in the game. First, I want to talk about his abilities. He has 2 abilities, but you know, first I want to talk about his first, which is Tripwire. Taff places a tripwire on the ground in order to weaken the killer. Yeah, I'm reading all that. Basically, Taff places a tripwire. Oh shit. You have to connect them. So, you have a somewhat of an engaging ability. Any killer that is stupid enough to run into it will be revealed for every survivor for 8 seconds. Gain slowness 2 for 4 seconds. Tripwire slowly becomes less transparent over 2 minutes and only can place 3. Like that matters. It has a 25-second cooldown, so you could somewhat spam it. And look! You can just M1 and completely disable it. It's pissing me off on how easy it is to get rid of it. Really? In M1? Any other ability can counter it? It doesn't fucking matter that it has 20 HP. Like it makes a difference. It can survive Cool Kid Rock Throw. Wow, that's pretty fucking good. Like, Tripwire, do something! Like, the only people who would fall for it are new players. No questions. Unless if you place it in a really dark place that no killer goes to. Or if the killer just understands basic logic. M1 in any doorway. The slowness isn't that major. The killer is probably just gonna stand still and regain all of the stamina. Then probably kill you afterwards. It takes time to set up, and the counter for it is paying attention to where the fuck you're going. And then again, it takes absolutely 0 effort to destroy it. If you try to lure them in, it's so fucking obvious. And at least with Sentinels, you have to fucking play mind games with them. With supports, they're the most important member to the team, so they're instantly your #1 target. Keeping survivalists on last man standing is the worst thing you could do. Sometimes. Thought I was gonna place an ad? Come on, I don't treat my fans like money back. His next useless ability, being a little rude here, trash ability, is Subspace Trip Mine. Taff whips it out. God damn it, this script is so ass. Does some and throws it on the ground. It takes a couple of seconds before it slightly goes transparent. Every 60 seconds it makes the most obvious. Like the bomb, is it that obvious enough? If the killer is dumb enough to walk into it, it will be all over the screen. The subspace effect. Just fuck up your screen for 5 seconds. Not really. Never mind. It does after the recent buff. And somewhat mess with your mouse, which is really easy to control on PC. I guess having a PC is truly a pay-to-win trap. And make you helpless. Which, seeing a killer being quote-unquote helpless is really weird and yet funny. But yeah, helpless for 5 seconds is the only good thing with the newly buffed subspace effect. But like, the killer is still gonna be behind you, so his ability isn't that useless. You can throw the trip mine near walls and still detonate if the killer gets near it, but the effects are still useless, so what's the point? And the same thing with the tripwire, anything counters it.
Please.
Any goddamn ability to trigger it, or just edge the trip mine, it will go off, and you can dodge it, or just brute force it, and you'll get a very small effect. I mean, come on! Any ability completely outperforms his, even the ones that benefit them, like Noob's Cola, 07's Clone, or Chance Hatfix that for some reason people still use, are still better than his. And you know what the devs did to make Taff not a waste of space. Like that as you're selling the entire round if you pick Taff. Decrease subspace explosion from 0.5 seconds to 0.4 seconds. Increase helpless duration from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. Increase subspace lifetime from 40 seconds to 50 seconds. And a cooldown if the subspace hits the killer from 7 seconds to 10. The devs saw how he was performing. Absolutely. You know what they did to help him out? Maybe a rework to invisibilities, full rework maybe? Give him a passive? Buff his HP from 90 to 100. Let's go, baby!
I forgot to mention one thing with his Subspace strip mine, pairing very well with Builderman. The only time where he's actually useful, which is with the best survivor in the game. Alright, so what are my suggestions for Taff to be better? And I'm gonna be honest, I have none. It's hard to make a trap character good and fun to go against. Look at all the other survivors. The sentinels interact with the killers, supports help the survivors out and avoid the killer at all costs, survivalists just survive, and Taff just slows down the killer. That's all he is good at. The devs have already tried to make his subspace strip mine stun the killer, and they scrapped it, which thankfully they did. Imagine just getting stunned out of nowhere. At least with the sentinels, they're risking their life. Like with Guess you have to get a block. For Taff and Shidilska, they have to get close. Chance you just have to gamble and pray that your gun doesn't fucking explode. So I do see their point, but still, it's not gonna stop me from hating on Taff. He's mute, he throws gang signs, his slow ass wind-ups, he is worse than John Doe when he was at his prime, doesn't stun at all, useless debuffs, but he has a passive, being dark. Being able to camouflage in any dark place, although that passive is completely out of the window when an X-ray ability is being used. So in conclusion, I'm not giving out suggestions because they already have an entire team, so I'm pretty sure at least one of them would get a good idea of how to balance out Taff and maybe not make him so bad, like being the worst. And again, I see their point of view. Trying to make a survivor fun for each side is a hard thing, and specifically for a trapper, like, be honest, who likes a trapper? Like John Doe. Nobody likes, which is a good thing. Well played Forsaken devs for not giving Taff any stun abilities, but for now, he will be stuck as the worst survivor in the game. Thank you for watching.